Hello and welcome to Minnesota Nice Stalker of the Day, where I bring you only the best Minnesota stalkers of the homeless. It is 6:10 a.m. on Saturday, April 11th, 2020, and my first stalking of this day happened at 5 a.m. And let's see, I had woken up at about 4 with another bout of diarrhea. I went to the gas station to relieve myself and to replace the gas that I had burned by running the car. And I couldn't get back to sleep. It was just spooky and I can't sleep. So I was just sitting there. Since I can't use the computer in that kind of lighting, it reveals my location and everything. And I see in the business next to the huge empty parking lot that I'm in, the business there, the Planet Fitness, with their, parking lot, I see this car pull in very slowly. It comes in next to the building, comes through, does a full loop through the whole parking lot very slowly, and then drives out and goes behind the building where the exit is. So I keep watching, and then a few seconds later I see it come down the street from behind the building to the stoplight. Alright, I know this behavior, so I grab the camera. Unfortunately, the film is very blurry because, you've got these windows aren't exactly Carl Zeiss glass, and it's nighttime. There's a waning gibbous moon at the time, but it was very, very dark. None of the parking lot lights were on, so it was very dark where I was. But I was close enough to the road where I could be seen from the road. So as I film this guy, you see him turn very slowly at the light, comes down the road, apparently saw my car sitting there, and then he turns into this lot. Now, I'll show you the lot that I'm in. Again, you've seen this before. Huge series of 3 parking lots, really 4 of them to be honest. I'm right smack in the center. I'm the only car there. It's 5 a.m. It's dark as night, as one would expect. And what does this car do? It comes in, it makes a circle, it has to go around these really awkward islands to drive in the path that it did, and then it turns directly at my car. Directly at my car. There's the headlights. Only problem is, when it faced me with its headlights, what it met with was me sitting there with a camera at the window. So the car quickly turns to the right, turns and goes out to the exit, sits at the exit for an inordinate amount of time, given that there's no traffic whatsoever on the road, and then makes a left turn and slowly drives down there. Now here's my question. If I had not woken up with that bout of diarrhea at 4 o'clock, I could have been asleep at 5 o'clock. This is the kind of thing that happens while I'm sleeping all the time. I'm out in the middle of nowhere in a dark parking lot. Very, very dark, by the way. While I'm sleeping, this car would have pulled up, put its headlights on me. If I had been leaned back, they might not know that I'm in here. What do you think they were doing, folks? What do you think they were looking for in these parking lots? Maybe a car to break into, a car to steal, a car to cut off their catalytic converter like they were doing at my mechanic's place? Or something worse? What do you think? Minnesota Nice, what do you think they're up to? I want to propose something to you, though, because they have recently in these parking lots put up all these signs that say no overnight parking. All over town. Ever since that unnamed person I mentioned in my last video and other videos, since that unidentified person arbitrarily said, you cannot park overnight in these parking lots. In other words, the homeless cannot be there. They're not allowed to exist anymore. Out of sight, out of mind. Get them away from us. Now, if someone is that psychotic that they're going to go after homeless people who aren't hurting anybody, these huge empty parking lots, and they're just fulfilling their biological need to sleep, and then they leave, or what have you. They're not bothering anybody whatsoever. If you're so psychotic that you're going to pass rules like that, and given the fact that this person originated this when they went to Walmart and saw these cars and trucks parked there, let me propose this to you. Is it possible that that individual was the Minnesota government employee in Dakota County, in Burnsville, out slowly driving around all the parking lots looking to see if anyone is parking in the lots. Maybe seeing if we're violating the order, if we should be towed, or if there need to be more signs put up. I don't know for certain. But unless you have a better explanation for what you just saw, that's the best I can come up with. So they're either out looking for a car to steal, or to steal from, or it's probably this government employee who's not all there but has a lot of astateophobia packed into one head, and he's driving around looking for homeless people who he can harass. I don't know. Do you have a third explanation? Leave it in the comments. I don't know. All I know is that if I had been asleep, that car, when it turned its headlights on facing me just a few feet away, anything could have happened while I was asleep. And when I've had this camera on before while I'm sleeping, that's exactly what you get. You get very strange behavior. People coming up and checking out my car until they realize somebody's in here. That's Minnesota nice, folks. That's Dakota County astateophobia. But the truth is, it's Minnesota astateophobia. The irrational fear, hatred, loathing, detesting of fellow human beings for no other reason than because they have nowhere to live. Thanks for watching the Stalker of the Day. If you like, I can be back in a few hours with another one. Because that's what it's like living in this car in Minnesota. Good day.